welcome to our Informatique News studio for our weekly rendezvous, l'invité de la semaine, which hosts executive for IT companies. And this week we have the pleasure to have Bipul Sinha, who is CEO and co-founder of Rubrik. Bipul, good morning for you because it's very early in the morning, and say thank you for accepting our invitation.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
We're going to talk about Rubrik as a company, not as an IT company first. And because we are on both sides of the Atlantic, we are going through rough time for about a year now. And we don't know when we're going to be finished with all this. It seems that on the other side over there in the US, you are pretty well advanced with the vaccination, but we have not finished with all that. How do you manage as a company in these difficult times?
So Rubrik had to go through our own digital transformation. So first of all, thank you, Guy, for this opportunity and really appreciate to be here. But as I was saying that Rubrik had to go through its own digital transformation as soon as the COVID hit. Just over a 2-day period, we went from physically together to completely digital company where we were collaborating over Zoom and Slack and talking to our customers and providing customer service. And as you know, Rubrik is an essential product. The business never stops, and whenever the business has any disruption with their application, they need their data. So we had to be up and running. So it was a big transformation, but we were ready as a company, and we actually figured out how to interact with our customers, how to digitally transform our marketing, how to engage with our customer support, how to collaborate. Rubrik has 1,600 employees across 18 countries, and we all came together virtually to really serve our customers. So it was a big digital transformation, and every business that we know, our customers, our partners, going through a similar digital transformation to be able to deliver to their customers, deliver to their ecosystem, and continuously innovate, because without innovation, without delivery, they will not exist as a business.
But do you think you are continuing to work this way? I mean, I understood that you are working 100% home working. Are you going to continue that way, or are you going to mix, office working and home working?
So we will actually, once the COVID is over and we are able to kind of be in the office, we'll give people the opportunity to continue to work from home or come to work depending upon their comfort and their own family situations. What COVID has proven is that we can be effective and we can be virtual. And that creates a lot of flexibility with respect to the location. We are also thinking about creating a new model of working. We call it hub and spoke model, where across, again, 18 countries that Rubrik has presence in, our employees can be within 100 miles of any one of our locations. So they can be at the office if they want, or they can be remote if they want.
Okay, very good. Let's talk about Rubrik as an IT vendor now. And we're going to start with some recent announcements you made with the version 5.3 of Andus. And you are in the release, you are focusing very much on performance, and it's on some issues you are mentioning like 10x factors on SQL Server backup or Oracle, and then also you are mentioning of slashing prices. Is this the two main aspects of that new release, or are there other things in it?
So there were like 3 main aspects of the new release. The number one was like large scale performance, because very, very large enterprises around the world are adopting Rubrik at scale to manage their petabytes of data. So we not only wanted to have a vast scale, but a great performance across all workloads for our customers. So performance was one of the top things. The second thing that we focused on was cloud. If you look at a lot of our customers, they have a strategy of multi-hybrid cloud. And how do we enable our customers to manage the cloud as well as on-premises in the right way, manage multi-cloud in the right way? So we really focused on like providing a comprehensive cloud solution. And finally, the third thing was the data risk management. So if you think about our businesses today, the data risk comes from security risk and compliance risk. And we really focused on delivering ransomware solution, delivering GDPR, SEC 17A, and other compliance solution so that our customers have end-to-end security and compliance. So if you think about Andy's 5.3 is performance, scale, cloud, and security and compliance. These were our core focus.
And there is also an extension for ransomware. Could you explain a little bit more about that?
So if you think about businesses around the world, their main concerns are the following. They want to understand what is happening to their data. Is somebody deleting their data, locking their data, having access to their data? Second thing they want to know is who is active on the data. As the folks have gone virtual, everybody is logging into the system remotely. Again, businesses want to understand, is my colleague, is somebody in the company is accessing the data, or somebody from North Korea is accessing the data? So they want to understand that. And finally, they also want to understand that even if there is an illegal access on the data, what is the sensitivity of the content? Is this like a low value data, or is this have my IP or my most sensitive employee information? So once you give folks all of these capabilities, and then you say that, hey, we have an immutable, which means the ransomware, cybersecurity, attack proof backup that you can always recover from, then you have a complete ransomware solution where folks understand what is happening to the data, who is doing it, what is the sensitivity of the content, and guaranteed recoverability.
Okay, and we know ransomware is a big problem now, and it's going to stay for a long time. So we just talk about Andis on one side, but then you have Polaris, which is about a 3 years old solution. How these two solutions are working together? Are they complementary, or are they doing different things?
So if you think about our core platform, we call it cloud data management, and our Polaris platform, they are complementary solutions. They work with each other. So our vision is that if you are a customer with data centers, we'll give you the core Rubrik platform to manage your data management, and Polaris is the control plane that manages that. Then you have, if you are purely in the cloud, pure cloud native solution, you don't need to install any Rubrik software. Polaris will, through APIs, manage your cloud native applications. And then Polaris and CDM together will manage your environment end to end. And that's the Rubrik's kind of core magic. Wherever your data lives, whether it lives on premises, lives on the cloud, whether you need instantaneous recovery, ransomware recovery, data compliance, data mobility, data governance, you have a single platform that manages it all.
And you think, do you think we are going in the multi-cloud environment, or do you think we're going to move to the cloud completely? And it depends of what you do and what kind of company you are. What do you think on that? What do you bet on that?
So there is a secular trend of going to the cloud, but it is not going to be like one flip and everybody is in the cloud. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be the next, like call it 5 to 15 year journey, depending upon the customers, to move the application to the cloud. And cloud is not just a location. Cloud is an operating model, that how do you programmatically manage your application and infrastructure? And that's what cloud is about. So, and if you think about different cloud providers, just like in the olden days, we had different server provider for different kinds of workloads. Similarly, we'll have some kind of segmentation where, if you think about folks who have like core enterprise workload going into Microsoft environment like Microsoft Azure. If you think about folks using open source oriented services, is going to go into AWS. If you think about like data analytics and AI, a lot of tools that Google is developing that will be very attractive to the businesses. So I think the cloud will evolve as a use case cloud and is going to be a multi-cloud world. But again, the journey is going to be in the next 5 to 15 years, depending upon different businesses.
Okay. Some people are mentioning Rubrik as a backup and recovery company, and you are saying that you are a data management company, which is a broader idea, of course. And in your website, of course, you are mentioning a lot of different use cases. You start with backup and recovery, and then you have a list, of 20 different use cases. I'm not going to tell the whole list, but it starts with ransomware recovery, database backup, VM backup, Windows and Unix protection, and the list is like as we say in French, it's like a day without bread. I mean, it's a long list. Is this what you call a land and expand strategy? I mean, starting with the basic, which is backup and recovery, and then you add new features, or is it the idea that you are able to offering so much different use cases that appealing to the CIOs to selecting Rubrik?
So, first of all, if you look at the IT data landscape, IT department's data usage, it has evolved in the last 10, 15 years. What used to be a copy of data being kept as backup recovery to recover the application has really evolved into can I detect and understand ransomware attack or other cybersecurity attack, and can I recover from it? Can I deliver compliance? So make sure that I have the right content, right sensitivity, not having personalized information in the wrong places. Do I have content sovereignty where they say, if I'm operating in France, then my data should reside in France, not go somewhere else? How do you ensure that as a global organization? Finally, you have this multi-cloud situation where your data not only lives on premises, but in multi-cloud. Now add SaaS to it, where customers are now using SaaS application and their data is living in the SaaS. If you think about that level of fragmentation of data led by application development and application usage all over the place, the fundamental backup recovery space has evolved. But Rubrik at the core is a backup recovery company, because without the backup data, all other usage is not possible. So our goal is to deliver the best in class backup and recovery, but then deliver a real data protection. Real data protection is not just recover from operational failure, but how do we deliver a ransomware proof solution where guaranteed recoverability against ransomware? How do we deliver data compliance, whether it is data residency or GDPR or other kind of compliance issues? How do we deliver data mobility across multi-cloud? How do you ensure that all your data is within your control and fully automated through APIs? So essentially, the Rubrik's goal is to deliver the right data to the right user at the right platform at the right time for the right duration, so that you have data at your fingertip, completely secure.
Okay, very well. Recently, you made two acquisitions, Igneous Systems and another one called Opus AI. Is this typically like a buy or build strategy? I mean, or is it something else? I mean, did you buy these two companies? Is this a strategic acquisition, or is this just an opportunity that was there and you did it?
So as a business, Rubrik exists because of our innovation. That's our genesis. That's where we exist. And we continue to drive high level of innovation. If you think about, we were the first company that introduced the policy-based data management, API-based data management. We introduced the ransomware detection and guaranteed ransomware recovery through immutable backups. So we have been pushing the envelope, but we are also looking around and seeing that in the ecosystem is someone has team or technology that can accelerate our kind of product to market. And if you look at Opus AI, they had developed a great machine learning solution to actually analyze content. If you look at Igneous, they had built the best in class unstructured data backup and cloud data management and full end-to-end data management at petabyte scale. And if you think about how fast the unstructured data is growing because of sensors and machine learning and all the rest of it, what we are doing is we are saying that we'll innovate as fast as possible, but we'll also look around that if we can do tuck-in acquisition and accelerate our way into the market and accelerate our product, we are doing both, organic as well as inorganic.
Okay. And then, of course, you will have to integrate these two technology to your solution. How long do you think it's going to take?
So Opus is already part of our core infrastructure, and we are currently working on Igneous, and we expect in the next 3 to 6 months, we'll have a complete end-to-end solution. Whenever we look at acquisition, we don't look at acquisition just for the sake of product. We look at acquisition for architectural compatibility, because unless we provide customers one product, one platform experience, we never go for acquisition. So essentially our goal has been, how do we deliver the best-in-class solution completely automated so that users can set and forget, and we never deviate from it.
Okay, so from the very beginning of Rubrik, which you co-found with a colleague of yours, you always said that you are not going in the primary storage; you are a secondary storage company. Why is that? I mean, is this because there are two different markets? Is this because it's different technology? Is this because what's the reason behind that?
Every company has to have its focus and its reason for existence and the core problem that you are solving. You go into multiple markets if the core market is small. But if you look at Rubrik, we sit at the intersection of data and security. It's a massive market, like tens of billions of dollars around backup recovery, security, compliance. So first of all, that's what we are good at. And that's what we focused on to deliver the best-in-class data management to our customers. And with respect to the primary storage and other infrastructure, we partner. Our partner is NetApp, where we work with NetApp, jointly build solution, really accelerate complete end-to-end solution for our customers. But we don't have to go and innovate in every aspect of infrastructure. We believe that we are really good at data management, and data management is a big problem. Data management has implications on hybrid multi-cloud, security, compliance, and we believe that Rubrik has a bright future just focusing on this.
Okay, so I understand that what you're saying is that the market is big enough for what you want to be right now, so there is no reason for you to go to other markets. But talking about partnership with primary storage vendors like NetApp, if you look at the last, I think it was the last report of Gartner, the Magic Quadrant for backup and recovery, you are in in the good square, which is a nice thing. But then they have two caveats. One is you don't have they don't say you're missing, but you don't have as many as they think you should have partnership with a primary vendor. And then of course not of course, but then they said you are a bit pricey. So what do you say to these two things?
So let's first talk about the partnership with primary storage vendor. We have partnership with NetApp. We have partnership with other primary storage vendors. We have done integration with other primary storage vendors as well. See, the thing is that we are focused on driving the customer's agenda into the future. And we are partnering with all the ecosystem providers, ecosystem partners that are really future-oriented. We are not going back 20 years and focused on legacy that our customers are moving away from. Having said that, any integration that is needed for our customers, we have done that. And we continue to kind of push the envelope in terms of like complete end-to-end solution across their whole infrastructure. So that's number one. Number two, about pricing. Look, Rubrik is a premium product. And we invest a lot in R&D and development to really deliver world-class solution. Having said that, we are competitive in the marketplace, and we continue to create value for our customers. And if you look at the growth and expansion of Rubrik, it is a testament to the value that we are delivering on a daily basis.
Okay, so in other words, you are saying that you are kind of a Cadillac of the data management, and then you have to pay for it. Is that the idea?
I mean, look, we are definitely Cadillac of data management, but we also don't want to create price hurdle that our customers cannot cross. So we actually work with our customers and create value for them. In fact, we save them money. In 99% of our customer use case, we save them 20 to 40% in their total cost of ownership.
Okay. Last question, which is related to the future of Rubrik. About 2 years ago, you raised about $260 million. And so this was 2 years ago. And so the question is, a very simple question is, what's next? Are you going to do some more fundraising? Do you need to do that? And do you think of going IPO? What's the next step for Rubrik?
So we are very well capitalized. We don't need to kind of raise capital as of this time. We are squarely focused on scaling the business, investing in the business from R&D, product, go-to-market, and really expanding the company as fast as possible. If you look at the Rubrik's scale, we are now 1,600 employees across 18 countries. We have crossed 3,300 customers worldwide. We have like more than 200 customers with more than $1 million spent on Rubrik. So we are really making an impact, and our focus is to grow as fast as possible, satisfy the customer demand across the world. And we'll go public when we are ready, when the market is ready. And we are squarely focused on building the business, because going public is just one step on a journey of the next 30 or 50 years for Rubrik to be a great company.
Okay, so I understand that it's not for now, and you don't need to do that right away. Anyway, thank you for your time, Bipul, and I hope next time we will be able to see each other in the same room, not so far away. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Guy. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.